Yo, what is going on guys, Manny here and welcome back to Sunday League. You've now been able to see 5 games of the team playing together, one of them being a friendly of course in which we lost. And then last week, this is the part where if you haven't watched the previous one, you pause the video right about now. Yeah, last week we lost. We lost 2-0 and it wasn't a good result. But I think looking back on it, I saw some of the comments and I think looking back on it as well, I think we were a bit harsh on ourselves, but I think that's because we know what we can do as a team and it was a poor showing. But still, we haven't trained together. The team's changing due to availability every week and yeah, there's still a very, very long way to go. But I mean, we lost 2-0, we had chances, we didn't take them. You win, you lose, it's football. All we can do, as you know already, take it as a lesson, keep moving forward, hope we have a training session and hope to win the next game, which is this one. The team that stands before us is Blackfen United. When I was at Elton, we actually played them twice and we had some weird results. There was one game where we were 4-0 up and it ended 5-5. And another game where we just straight up lost 2-1. Yeah, wasn't great. But new team, new faces. I'm pretty sure theirs will be something like that as well. So it's going to be quite an interesting game. Before that, let's see who is in the UTR gang this week. First up, we have Aaron Murphy, who says, as usual, watching Under the Radar FC, has so much techers. Keep up the hard work. And also, he's watching from my hometown, London. Love that, Aaron. Keep supporting. Then we got Lewis Neri from Newcastle, who says, love getting in from score on a Monday and seeing how the Sunday League is going. At least, unlike many people, according to Marth anyway, many people were watching it during school. I can't say that that's my fault. So if any of your teachers do see this, I apologize. But love all the support anyway. Appreciate you guys. We got Lucas Charette watching all the way from Canada. One of the places that I still do want to give a visit. So yeah, he says keep up the good work, bro. Love that once again. Adam Coyle just chilling up in bed. He's literally just living his best life. He says best way to end the day, and he's got UTR on as well. So love that. Appreciate it, Adam. Keep supporting. Finally, and we have Corey Anderson, who, I love this one. Literally, he's on the baby duties at the moment, but he doesn't care. He is still going to put on some Under the Radar, and I love that. Who knows? Maybe the kid could grow up to be a footballer. Probably not from watching us, but love that, Corey. Once again, thank you for the support. That's done, so let's get into the starting lineup. In goal, once again, stays the same. It's Corey. With Bradley out, we've got Jed coming in at right back today. Sam's back in the mix. We've got him at centre back, and he's back pairing with Carell. At left back, we have Reggie. In the middle, we have Luke, Tolu, and myself. Yeah, today we're going with a 4-3-3, so little formation change. Right wing, we have Toby. Left wing, we have Temi. And finally, up front, we have Thomas. On the bench, we've got Kane and Lanray, who is a new face that you guys will see over the next coming weeks, hopefully. But we just haven't got a picture for him just yet. Blackfen United wearing a new sort of bluish kit. If you remember the old kit that they had, then big up you guys because you are Sunday League OGs, kind of. Time to get into the game. Literally, the guys were just waiting for me. I was doing my laces on the edge of the pitch, but the referee blows his whistle. Thomas kicks the game off, and we can get things going. It starts off initially with Tolu trying to go at these two players, puts the ball through, looking for Toby. Unfortunately, it's too far, and the goalkeeper is just going to pick that up. This is actually our first time using this pitch. We're going to have to get used to it. It's quite small as well, which we found out quite early on in the game, so a lot of passes were just running straight through. Things were rolling off the pitch, and we had to get used to it. Thomas has just literally recovered from his little crutch injury. I don't know what happened over there. I didn't really touch on the subject, but yeah, he picks up the ball, tries to go inside, doesn't really work, so he brings it out to me. I've got Toby, I've got Jed to my right as well, going to Toby, who gets it into Thomas. Thomas takes a few touches there, a few too many, and he does get dispossessed. It comes out to Luke instead, who had Jed with him. Jed decides to go on a little run, number 7 can't stop him, gets away from him. I'm on my heels though. I was hoping he'd just go for a 1-2, and he just didn't, so we ended up breaking down, and I'll hold my hand up for that one. Just a quick one. You guys know I like to listen to your feedback. I looked at some of the comments, and I saw a few people saying, oh, you put some pointless highlights in the game, blah, blah, blah. But if I don't put highlights that sort of shape the game and stuff like that, and little bits in there, then you guys are going to complain the video's too short, number 1. And number 2, in a game like last week where it was 0-0 for so long, what did you want to see? Goals? There were only 2 goals, so you have to think about that stuff sometimes. We're inside their half now. Tolu's first to get to the ball. He gets there ahead of 11, takes it away from 10, and number 8 comes in with a tackle. That looks quite dangerous, to be honest, the way he went in. Referee produces a yellow card straight away. And yeah, my view on that is that actually it looks like he did get the ball, but the way he's gone in is dangerous. And he also caught Tolu. Toby and I are standing over the free kick. I decide to step up and take it. And to be honest, despite the angle, it looks kind of weird on this angle, but it was a lot closer than it looks. But obviously you don't get goals for coming close. You get goals for actually getting goals. Inside our half, and Reggie's trying to stop the number 11 from getting past him. Tolu comes across to try and stop this guy, but he's fouled him, and the referee gives the free kick. Seven's up to take it from the wide position, puts it into the box. I think he was actually one of the originals from last year, from what I remember, but that goes over the bar. Ball's inside our half. I'm taking no chances. Absolutely just smack it up there, literally. And then Thomas starts to chase it, and when Thomas gets going, he's quick. You guys need to know, Thomas is actually fast. Here he is again, Thomas being involved, and I think you guys would agree with me saying so far that even despite the first few games in the friendly and the first league game, Thomas has been our best player in my opinion since then in terms of the influence and what he's brought to the side. Just in terms of his physical presence up top, he gives us that option, and he's obviously started scoring goals as well. But Tolu's trying to come in and take that title as he goes to past a few players there. Goes to Thomas in the end, whose pass is just wide of Tolu, comes out to Luke, and we're keeping the ball quite well. Like I said, there will be times where we overdo it and stuff like that, but we were quite composed at this point, keeping the ball well and trying to make something out of it, as this time it's played into the box by Tolu. Toby flicks it on there, but the referee and the linesman give him offside. Back into our half anyway, and we've given away a free kick. Again, number 7 to step up. He takes it, and it's straight at Corey. They honestly, in my opinion, didn't have much to their game. Like, they were lumping it up and Tolu winning the big header for us there. Thomas causing more problems for their number 6, but he does enough to get it back to the keeper. Almost 25 minutes have gone. Tolu's brought the ball down in the middle. He's got me to his left. He's got Luke behind him. He decides to go into Thomas. Thomas does well to come out of that unscathed. And then Tolu gets his head up, sees the pass there. I've made a little late run, and I've tried to bring it down on my left foot. Haven't quite been able to catch it. But yeah, I think looking back at it, this is one of the things I hate about looking back at the videos and angles and stuff. I should have just hit that first time. Anyway, hindsight's a beautiful thing. Blackfen are coming forward. They managed to dispossess Reggie here with the number 9. It goes into the 16. Number 9 tries to take over again. Luke puts in a challenge and it comes to me. We're able to break down this right hand side as I play it out wide to Toby. Toby's then chasing it. Number 3 comes across to try and stop him. The cross into the box is actually really poor in the end, and we do somehow get a corner from it. That corner into the box wasn't much better. It goes towards Luke. Number 8 gets there first. It comes out to me. I try and get the shot off. He's blocked it, and it will just go straight through to the goalkeeper, who does prevent the corner. I'm pretty sure that in the game for Elton, this number 16 here, who's actually one of their originals, I remember his face. I think he scored 2 goals against us, and they were quite decent as well. I'll see if I can find the clips. Blackfen then have a corner. Again, number 7 to take the set piece. It's cleared away at the front post by Jed, and it breaks to Toby. It looks like we might be able to have some sort of counter attack. It's looking like, but Toby slows down. He's got Tolu with him in support, and how about this for a tidy turn away from the number 6 from Tolu, and he spreads it nicely, looking for Reggie. Reggie's got the pace to get there ahead of this guy. He holds it up, sees someone in the middle, goes for it, and it does end up being cut out by Blackfen. There's actually not too much happening in this game at the moment, and I'll show you one of the most interesting highlights so far. Number 2's just cleared it out wide. This guy goes charging though. The number 7 tries to keep it in for all his life, and he's even done the little photo finishing there as well. I don't think there is any doubt as well that he probably touched the ball most for them. He's on set pieces, on everything, but this one's just floated into Corey. Corey's just thrown it out to Reggie. Reggie picks it up and plays it into Tolu, and Tolu, our captain, in case you guys forgot that, probably our most tidy player out of UTR. Like, probably actually honestly the most tidy player in terms of his cultured technique on the ball. Very, very good. As you see Jed breaking into the box there. His cross though is very high and close to Toby, so nothing comes out of that. We've got a free kick to be taken by myself. It's into the box in towards Sam's head, and we're close to scoring there, but the 2's done just enough to put him off. The ball's rolling free at the moment. It's a UTR shirt to pick it up in Temi. It goes out to Thomas. Thomas is quite wide. He tries a shot and he can't get it on target. Still not a lot happening in the game, but so far I would say Tolu's been our standout performer in the first half. He's tried to thread a ball through to Toby. Toby's got the pace, but the goalkeeper is able to get there in front of him, and he's done his job well there. So yeah, that concludes the first half. Pretty boring if you ask me, and again, if I don't show you guys the highlights I've just shown you, what are you going to see? Goals? Not in a 0-0 game. Anyway, with half time, we're going to take this opportunity to look at our stats so far for some of the UTR players. Bearing in mind, we're not counting any of the friendly goals. This is only League and Cup. Here's how it's looking though. We've got Simon and Jamil tied on 1 goal. We've got Kane and Thomas currently tied on 4. But in my opinion, you're probably going to see Thomas with the more goals at the end of the season, obviously, as he is the striker. But yeah, I'm sure you guys will see many more goals from Thomas to to add soon. When it comes to assists, we've got Temi on 1, we've got Toby on 1, we've got Thomas on 1, that was 3 T's, and we've also got myself there on 1 as well. Above us, and you have Simon on 2, and also Jed on 2, so there isn't really a gap between the stats so far, but I'm pretty sure you'll start to see it going on as the season continues. But yeah, we're currently tied at 0-0. Let's see if any of these guys on the charts can change that. Make sure you go and follow all the Under the Radar social pages to keep up with us, and also as you're watching Sunday League right now, tweet me a picture of where you're watching it from, what you're watching it on, and use the hashtag UTRGang. Second half ready to begin. Black Fen kick us off and we are ready to go. We've just had a throw in. Thomas flicks it on, it goes to Toby, Toby swipes it, threes come absolutely diving across, doesn't get the ball though. It comes to me and it's just too close to me to do anything with it. Not for the first time this game, they've booted it up in the air. Tolu gets the flick on it, seems to put the number 9 through, but Reggie's done enough to get his body in front there. 9 goes to ground, they're hoping for something and it comes straight through to Corey. Temi's trying to get the better of their right back. He seems like he does so, puts the cross into the box, it's stopped by the 6 and it goes to the 2 who can just bring it forward. That kick from the 2 seems to set them in a position where we are under a bit of pressure. Corey comes out there and it looks like he's almost tried to handball that, so we're lucky he's not made any connection with that, but Carell gives away a silly foul on the edge of the box and does get himself in the book as a result of that. Black Fen haven't had much to shout about this game, but this could be an opportunity to change that. 7 steps up and his free kick's actually been tipped onto the bar by Corey. Sam clears it, it comes out, there's a scuffle in the box. It's all going a bit mental, but we've been able to escape. And very, very lucky there because that could have easily been a goal out of nothing. Luke's challenging in with the number 16. It comes to me. I take it on my chest very, very awkwardly. Absolutely just smash it up there to take us off some pressure. And speaking of goals out of nothing, I don't really know what to say about that. Yeah, like it's very, very unfortunate. I don't even think the number 2 knows what to say about it. But we've gotten a goal. That's what's given us the lead and it's literally just out of nothing. But I think I can take the assist for that. The ball's with Temi now and he plays it into Tolu, who's trying to continue on his performance that was quite strong in the first half. Plays it through for Thomas. I'm thinking maybe Thomas might have been a little offside there. He tries a shot from a tight angle and the goalkeeper saves it with his foot. Then it goes to Toby and he can't get his foot in right. It's very difficult to do so on this ground, but you can see he's just slipped. It's gone through his legs. Initially I did think it might have been a nutmeg, but that wasn't the case. This time for Black Fen, it's the number 16 who flicks it on and we're caught like just watching at the moment. Tries to go through there, but Carell does enough to put him under pressure and Corey just about does end up gathering that. Not a lot of football being played in this one at the moment as Reggie plays it into Luke. Luke takes a few touches, gets his head up, plays it through. Toby's found some space and he lifts it over the goalkeeper, but is it going over the bar? No, it doesn't. It goes in, so 2-0. And again, pretty much a goal out of nothing. 1 ball. It was a very good pass from Luke, by the way, but Toby is off the mark for this season because obviously his goals in the friendly match that he played, where he actually scored a hat-trick, don't count. But yeah, he's off the mark and hopefully there'll be plenty more goals to come. But yeah, great pass from Luke, just gets the right weight on it. Toby gets there ahead of their goalkeeper. Number 3 can't keep it out and it's just bounced under the bar. 2-0 up. Sometimes you just have to take your chances, pretty much like what Bayswater did last game. Wasn't too much happening in the game, 0-0. We find ourselves 2-0 up. But Sunday League OGs will know. It can change very quickly in Sunday League. It's done against Black Fen United before and it almost could have then because they have hit the underside of the crossbar there with a cross. It could have just changed so quickly. A 50-50 in there, number 8 versus number 8. Their one put in a strong challenge on Kane. I don't think he was too happy with it, but referee waves play on. Lanray is the new face that I was talking about. It's a new body right now because you can't see his face. And yeah, he is a bit of a baller, so look out for him as Kane tries to make space for a shot, but they just put it out of play. 7 for Black Fen on another set piece in towards the back post, and it's a bit of a free header for the number 10. Due to an injury to Sam, we've actually had to take him off and move Tolu to centre back, which is one of his more natural positions, although I do love him playing in the midfield area, and he loves it too. He was complaining when we moved him, but he still does the job. He shows why he's our captain, and once again, being very, very composed. As this time, Jed picks up the ball off of Kane, he's shoved in the back, and we get the free kick. Jed goes to take this free kick, it's into the box, I flick it on there, but it's harmless and no problem for Black Fen. How about this? Look how long that throw is from the number 6. I don't know if it's because the pitch was short or something. I know we've got long throws too, but still, that looks like it was it travelled a long distance. As yeah, Corey sets Jed off very early. We're on the counter attack. Jed goes for the 1-2 with me. I spin it around the corner, but I'm fouled as I do so, and we get a free kick off the number 6. I'm really not going to say too much on this, but Tolu steps up to take the free kick, and then you actually just can't write Sunday League. It's deflected all the way in. Tolu's gone off celebrating. I'm going to show you the full celebration in a second. But yeah, we're all going nuts. Obviously, Tolu's not really meant to be scoring, but he does off the weirdest free kick ever. And then all of a sudden, all the fun stops. Referee goes over to talk to their assistant. and their assistant saying someone's offside, and I don't know who. But all of a sudden, after this little chat, referee just goes, no goal, that's it. So our celebrations were short-lived, but it was probably one of the best Sunday League moments you will see this season. Off the back of the 8, it bounces there, keeper comes out, doesn't judge it, and it would have still been Tolu's goal. And there is the celebration. Marth comes across and it creates probably one of the best pictures I've seen on Sunday League so far this season. Here it is. Just over 15 minutes to be played then. Jed going in for a challenge with their guy there. This guy comes steaming in. It's hit off Jed's hand and the referee has given the free kick, which we weren't too happy with because there was absolutely nothing you could do about that. But by the laws of the game, it probably is still a handball. I mean, he's hit the crossbar already, but this one, he can't keep it down and it's straight into the bushes. The ball then comes to Luke in the midfield. He's got a few players in front of him, decides to go with Toby. Toby flicks around the corner for Kane. Kane eventually does get the ball under control. He's got Jed to his left, goes into Thomas. Thomas tries to make space for a shot, but they dispossess him, and Blackfen can bring it out. Kane knocks this one back to me just in front of the 10. I take the ball on, see Kane make his run central. It's hit off the hand of the 10, and we get another free kick. And here's me just doing the Fresh Prince bop by accident. The free kick debate then begins, and it's myself, Tolu and Jed going for it. So I had the first one in the first half that Tolu won. I gave Tolu my free kick that I won, and in the end I've decided I wanted it. Probably something that I should have avoided because I step up to take it, and that is exactly what I did with it. I just smacked my foot for it. Tolu's first to the ball for us there, wins the header. He's always very vocal when he goes up for headers as well, which is something I love. Honestly, you would see all the traits of a captain when you see Tolu players. This time the ball falls to me. I try and get through to Thomas. Thomas gets there ahead of the 6, and then he's rugby tackled to the ground. Referee points to the spot. It's a definite penalty. 6 knows it. I think the best part was Thomas's face. He couldn't believe what had happened. He's like, am I playing in WWE or am I playing football? Look at his face. We thought that new double jeopardy rule or something might get him away with a yellow card, but apparently you have to make a genuine attempt to play the ball, which is what he didn't do, so they got a red card and they're down to 10 men. Thomas then steps up to take the penalty for us. Can he score? Can he take his tally to 5 goals this season? It's not the greatest of penalties, but it goes in, and once again, it doesn't really matter how you score them, especially for a striker. You're going to take the goal all day long. Pretty sure you guys are going to grill the goalkeeper there as well. I think maybe because he tried to do that little jump thing, it didn't work in his favour. Not long after that, I think they've just kicked off actually here, and Thomas goes steaming through. There's the little turn of pace that I'm telling you about. He is a quick guy for a big guy especially, but the keeper's blushes are spared there as he gets away with that one. Came very close to giving Thomas another goal. 3-0 up, quite comfortable now, so the fun actually does start to begin, and I think last week I didn't really like when it happened to us, so it's better to be on this side of the result for sure, as we almost get through again. Toby's on the throw-in, throws it into Thomas, who holds up the ball, and again the back heel that we saw a couple of weeks ago. Nice feet there from Lamray, gets it across the box, comes to the back post to Jed. Jed keeps it low, but he's hit the post, and it does stay out. Another opportunity missed. I think I like Tolu at centre back, but I like him at centre mid, so that's going to be a bit of a worry in my head. I don't know what I'm going to do over the next few weeks as Tolu tries to play it through for Toby there. They've hesitated a bit, and Toby's still chasing, but 3 puts it out, and Toby lets it go for a throw. There isn't much time left in this game at all, so you can see our body language has changed a little bit. We do look like we've relaxed a lot more, which we probably shouldn't do in the future, but you can see the fun starts to begin. Like, the passing's a lot more casual. Jed's going past a few players here, dropping the step overs, something that we probably wouldn't have tried to do in the first half. And yeah, we almost do get a goal out of it as it comes out to Jed, comes out to Thomas, and I'm not quite sure how we haven't scored. That could have been maybe a hat-trick potentially for Thomas's game. Obviously as well, take into consideration these guys are down to 10 men, and that number 3, he's knackered. He couldn't even be bothered when Jed went past him there. To the back post, it's Lamray, and Lamray's hit the crossbar. He's making some sort of impact on his debut. It comes out to Tolu, he sliced the shot, and it goes wide of the target. Okay, like, I'm gonna try and say it as little as I can on this one, but Toby has the ball out wide. Like, last week, someone was dancing over the ball. This week, Toby's doing that. And I'm telling you, if that was against me, I would absolutely hate Toby right now. Honestly, like, there is no respect in that. That guy's put his whole life into the challenge and absolutely missed the ball. And he didn't even fall for the trick in the first place. Toby was just quick enough to recover it, so he did get a bit lucky there. But like I said, if that was against me, I would not be happy. I mean, it's better on this side of the ball though, still. It's late into the game, it's almost done. Blackfen look a very defeated team, 3-0 down to 10 men as well, of course. And Lamray here, he's not being really kind to number 5 at all. He cuts it back away from him into the box. This guy, the number 2, takes it away from Toby. Toby sort of takes it away from me, comes out to Jed, and I stab it towards goal, and it's literally just scraped the post and gone wide. So that would have been an absurd goal, to be honest. But yeah, we couldn't get the 4th on that occasion. We're still trying to catch them on the counter-attack though. Toby switches the play to me. I bring it down, take it away from the number 5. I try and get my head back up and play the ball looking for Toby. 3 does well enough to get to the ball. Another little dramatic dive. He can't be bothered. He's done now. He's literally done. Toby sets it back to Lamray, but it's a great challenge from the number 8 in the end. Kane picks up the ball on the edge of the box. Great vision to see the pass to Lamray. Lamray has it on the right side of the box, puts it into the box. He sliced it, but it goes towards Thomas, doesn't connect with the header, puts it through the keeper's legs, and that is pretty much the last attack of the game. Referee blows the whistle, and it's done. 3-0. A good way to bounce back from the loss in the last game. Right, so hopefully we are back on track. It would be nice to get another win after this one. We need to start getting our confidence back up because I think that that loss in the last game did knock us back a little bit, but it's nice to get the 3 points like I said. Looking at the table right now, and we are currently 4th. Obviously our main goal is to win the title, so we need to get some results going, get some momentum going, and actually put ourselves to be in that favourites bracket. But yeah, still plenty more games to be played, and it'll be so sick if we can win it. That's it for this week's Sunday League. Can we now get on a streak? Can we get some momentum going? Can we actually get some training sessions in as well? But yeah, you guys are gonna have to see over the next few episodes. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new of course, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Peace.
See, we're on physical, understand, and we do things that they can't comprehend. So far ahead, they can't touch the man when the punchlines come through and conquer head. Live for the fan trying to bust the gang, won't figures roll when I get that monster bread. I can tell they I want us to bang, but I don't care, count all of my ops are dead. Cut away, man's elevating from my heart so down, and we'll let that